You probably learned to read your own report cards and pack your own lunch. You had to figure out how life worked because nobody was there to explain the rules. When you grow up like that, you basically become your own parent. Growing up this way isn't just about making it through the day. It is about the heavy weight of being your own boss, your own cheerleader, and your own safety net before you are even a teenager. You grow up thinking you can only trust yourself. That self-reliance feels like a superpower at first, but eventually, it starts to feel like a cage. Maybe this sounds like your life. You were the kid that adults always called an old soul. People told your parents you were so mature for your age. Back then, it felt like a compliment, but it was actually just how you survived. You didn't choose to grow up fast. You had to because the adults in the house were gone, stressed out, or just couldn't give you the support you needed. This is how the story starts for the kid who had to raise themselves. And over the next few minutes, I'm going to break down 6 big ways this kind of upbringing shapes you. From being the caretaker to never asking for help, you might see yourself in every single one. First, you likely ended up taking care of the adults. This is a situation called parentification, and it happens when the roles in your house get flipped upside down. Instead of being the one who got taken care of, you became the one doing the caring. Maybe you made sure your siblings ate or kept the house clean so your parents would not get stressed. Or maybe your responsibilities were more about emotions. You were the one who listened to your mom cry after work or learned how to be invisible so your dad would not get angry. You learned how to read a person's mood before you even learned how to read a book. You had to be an expert on everyone else's feelings because your safety depended on it. You learned that being a kid was an inconvenience, so you just stopped acting like one. Second, you are probably way too independent now. This happens to almost everyone who did not have a safe place to land as a kid. If you had to fix the sink, deal with bullies, and handle your first heartbreak all by yourself at 10 years old, you stopped asking for help. It did not feel like a choice, it was just what you had to do. Now that you are an adult, asking for a favor or saying you are overwhelmed feels wrong. It might even feel like a weakness. You would rather stay up until sunrise finishing a project alone than ask a coworker to help you. You like being the person who has it all together, but that pride is actually a shield. If you do it all yourself, nobody can let you down or leave you behind. Third, you probably feel guilty whenever you are not being productive. Since your value as a kid was based on what you could do for the family, you never learned how to just exist. For you, resting feels like laziness. You feel like you have to earn the right to sit on the couch. You might find yourself scrubbing the floors when you are supposed to be watching a movie. Or you check your work emails on a Saturday because sitting still feels dangerous. You became a very mean boss to your own inner child. You are always pushing and checking lists because you are scared that if you stop moving, everything will come crashing down. Fourth, your relationships probably feel like a job. Since you were the caregiver as a kid, you usually end up with people who need taking care of as an adult. You find yourself in friendships and romances where you are doing all the hard work. You are the listener, the fixer, and the one who solves every problem. But there is a very lonely side to this. When you are the one struggling, you do not know how to let people in. You might even push them away. You are so used to being the strong one that you do not know how to be vulnerable. You are worried that if you show your messy side, people will leave. You grew up thinking people only love you for what you can do for them, so you keep doing it even when you are exhausted. Fifth, you probably put up with way too much from people. This is a tough one to hear, but it happens a lot when you raise yourself. Since you grew up in a house where your needs did not matter, you got used to being ignored as an adult. You might stay at a job where they do not respect you, or a relationship where you are an afterthought because it feels normal. You are used to doing the heavy lifting without any thank yous. You can handle a lot of emotional pain because you had to grow a thick skin just to get through middle school. You might not even realize someone is treating you badly because you are so focused on just surviving the day. Sixth, you have a weird relationship with your childhood. When people talk about their happy memories, you might just feel empty. You might not remember much at all, or the memories you do have feel like a list of chores. You did not really have a childhood. You had a job. And the worst part is that nobody is there to thank you for it. You were just a kid doing what you had to do. It is okay to feel sad about the fact that you never got to be small and protected. You were the adult when you should have been the child, and now you are an adult who does not know how to have fun. Experts who study this say you need to learn how to be a parent to yourself now. This is a process often called reparenting. It is about being the kind and gentle person you never had. It means telling yourself that it is okay to be tired. It means trying to ask for help with something small, just to show your brain that the world will not end if you do. It also means saying no to people who only take from you without giving anything back. Learning how to let people help you is much harder than helping others. It feels strange to let someone else carry the load, but you have already done more than enough. You have been the boss for 20 or 30 years. You have been your own safety net since you were 7. The independence that saved you back then is the same thing keeping you lonely now. Being strong does not mean doing it all alone. It means finally putting the heavy bags down. It is never too late to let someone else take a turn carrying them. You do not have to just survive anymore. You are allowed to be someone who is cared for.